I'm 13 years old, and all my friends are distracted by girls' boobs. I want to be distracted too. So I look for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, even 30 minutes one class, and nothing. Not a thing, not even a tingle. Around the same time, my parents bring my twin brother and I to tennis camp. We had been playing tennis for a while, and it was the logical next step to improve our game. And we arrive to this beautiful campus with gorgeous clay courts. And we meet the tennis pros, who are actually Division I college tennis players. And I cannot keep staring at one of them. He has golden hair, bronze skin, and broad shoulders. His name is Brian. And now I am distracted. Now, throughout the course of the camp, you're supposed to experience a different pro every day. And the first day, I'm on Brian's court, and I'm so excited. And I notice, though, he's not paying enough attention to me. So I remember when my friends in school want girls to pay attention to them, they do things like knock books out of their hand, or pinch them, or pull their hair. I decide to pretend I sprain my ankle. And I fall down on the clay, writhing in pretend pain. And here comes Brian. And he's taking off my shoe. He's rolling down my sock. He's placing his hand on my ankle. It's like I have my own Prince Charming. And then he goes, "It's not swollen. Are you sure you're hurt?" And I'm like, "I just need a moment." And he helps me back up, and I have both of my hands on his shoulders, and it feels really good. Now, the next day, I have to be on another court, but I manage to sneak back onto Brian's, and he catches me. He's like, "William, you're supposed to be in Todd's court today." And I think to myself, I don't want to go to Toady Todd's court. But I have to play by the rules, so I rotate. At the same time, there's this fellow tennis player named Adam, and he's at camp with his sister. And Adam has jet black hair, piercing blue eyes, and a killer smile I cannot get enough of. And I want to be his friend. Everyone wants to be Adam's friend. But I start talking up his sister, making her laugh, and before you know it, we're eating lunch together, we're hanging out during dinner, and I just sit right next to Adam, and I stare at him, absorbing every single atom. So this is a problem, though. I'm at tennis camp trying to, or supposedly trying to learn to improve my game, but I'm not paying attention to anything. Every single minute is, what court is Brian on? Where's Adam? Where's Brian? Where's Adam? I'm hopeless. My brother, on the other hand, is taking this very seriously. He's arriving early to practice his serves. He's staying late to practice his volleys. Now, at the end of the 2-week camp, there's a tournament, and I draw Adam's sister as my first opponent. And she is good. She's big, athletic. She has all the shots. And there's no chance I'm going to win. But I want to win because I know Brian's going to watch, and I want to win for Brian. But I do notice she's not exactly agile on the court. So I start drop-shotting her. Now, the drop shot in tennis is an amazing shot. You put some backspin on the ball, and it just lands dead on the surface. It doesn't even bounce, and clay court is the perfect surface for this. So I drop shot her, and she can't get to anything. She starts yelling at me, accusing that I'm cheating, and Brian is sitting there watching our match, and I notice, and he's just chuckling, looking at me, shaking his head, and I love that, and I win the match. In my next match, I employ the same tactic. Dink, 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 and I win. The next one, dink, dink, and I win. Dink, dink, and I win, and dink all the way to the final, where I meet, who else? My brother, who has been steamrolling the competition with his laser-focused play. Now, the night before the final, Adam's sister approaches me, with Adam not so far behind. She goes, you know what? I used to like you, but you played dirty. I'm going to root for your brother tomorrow. And then Adam says, yeah, and they walk away. And I'm pretty hurt, but it just propels me more to win that match for Brian tomorrow. So the morning of the final, my brother and I reach the court, and there's about 30 or 40 people standing around it, and everyone is wearing their best tennis whites, except me. This morning, I decide I want to stand out for the final. And I'm wearing skin-tight, bright blue, Ocean Pacific corduroy shorts with what I can only describe as a midriff fishnet top with a neon Nike logo emblazoned across the chest with a matching neon headband. I look like an 80s aerobics instructor. I walk out there, and you know what? I only remember the details about what I wore that day because there was a picture taken of all the players that day that hung in my bedroom for years. And if I had that picture tonight and I handed it to each and every one of you and asked you, who do you think the gay kid was? There would be no doubt who you point to. So the match starts, and I just start dink, dink, dink to my brother. He loses it. He yells, do you even know how to play tennis? You don't even have a forehand. And the whole crowd is for him. And they're rooting for him. They're pulling for him. And it doesn't bother me. I just keep dinking and dinking and dinking and dinking, and I win. And I drop to the clay like I just won at Roland Garros. And I stand up and I thrust my arms into the air, and the crowd is silent. There's a lot of eye rolling, some tepid applause, but I don't care. But the best part is Brian hands me the trophy, and he gives me a big hug, and I do not want to let go. And a few hours later, my parents come and pick us up. And on the ride home, I can't help but feel this uneasiness in my stomach, realizing I didn't exactly fit in with the other kids at camp. It would take me years to realize what that feeling was about, and years still to actually be honest with myself about who I am. Well, I'm in my 50s now, and I've been an out and proud man for decades, and I live in Provincetown, Massachusetts, where I still play tennis at a club where almost every male member is a homosexual. It's so ironic and amazing and like mundane at the same time. And I'm happy to report I still have that drop shot that drives people crazy. Thank you.